Everyone, Dwayne here with Bronco Wild Outdoors. So today I've got a video where I'm putting some of the pictures together that Gavin and I took up in Carlisle, Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago. And this for the Ford Nationals in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, 2021. So if you're watching this in the future, that's what year it was. All righty, check this out, the Pennsylvania sign. All righty, way to start a video, right? No, but seriously, Pennsylvania, I didn't know really what to expect and where we were going in Carlisle. Awesome place, beautiful countryside, and some hilly roads. Let me tell you, you can have some fun back there. All right, so this was the Stroppe. I hope I'm saying it right. Bill Stroppe Broncos. So there's a club, people that have bought these and saved them and put them back together. This is where they hang out. This was I think it was an awesome setup. There was one of the car carriers here, but these Broncos, and I didn't know a lot about the history. I actually sat in for one of their talks that they had at the tent, and it was very interesting. The Mr. Stroppe was he was definitely an awesome guy for certain. So what he did with the Broncos is pretty cool. And so there was different Baja Broncos out there. So I'm just going to go through the pictures. I don't know enough to tell you the details on each and every one of them. Hopefully one of these days we're going to have someone on here that's going to be able to tell us everything we want to know about them. And it'll be an extended video. So let's just roll through some of these pictures. Now, some of the Broncos were a little more, they were survivors and some were completely restored. You can look at them and tell some may have been restored years ago and they've driven them, they've used them, they've shown them quite a bit. This right here was a rescue vehicle. If I'm not mistaken, this Bronco right here was actually used at a event that Ford, maybe not Ford put on, but some of the marketing and the management did, where they had a sail, and it was SAIL, where they sailed a balloon across the country. It's pretty wild. Look it up if you haven't heard that. That'll definitely be in one of our stories. There's Gavin with his GoPro getting some really good footage. So these Broncos, when you're looking at them, the Stroppe Broncos, they're, I mean, obviously the Baja, they look generally the same, but when you get up on them, you can see some different wheels, some, or like I said, restored to show quality. Some are used, some are survivors. So it's definitely a cool event. I loved it. Hey, Carlisle was awesome. I can't wait to go back next year. I can't imagine what it's going to look like with actually 2021 Broncos being delivered and in the possession of people. So see what happens with them. But when we look at the heritage of the Bronco, and the more I learn about it, the more I understand. I'm a Mustang guy by experience, and I've had Mustangs for years. And the more I learn about the Bronco, the more I see it being a lifestyle and heritage, and what people used to do with these Broncos as a family, and the memories that go along with them. And I think, with the new ones, it's going to be just the same. There was a truck in there from I think it was the early 80s. And then this car was from NASCAR back, I guess in the 60s. They did a few different things. Mr. Stroppe was definitely, like I said, look him up. He was all across the automotive world, so to speak. And there's some other pictures in here too. So roll right through these here. Man, that's a nice looking. So I'm looking at maybe a heritage model Bronco next year. Maybe this badge, this logo will come back, the silver Bronco style. And I'm sure aftermarket's going to pick it up and go crazy with that stuff as well. And someone's going to either paint or wrap. And nowadays it's better to probably wrap. So if you don't like it, you can change it. But yeah, this is cool. The tire cover is awesome. We have a tire cover being designed right now for us, and I think you're going to like it. So this would be some of the original gear, whether it be medical or some. I can't remember what this was here, but pretty awesome. And old driver's suit here. It's the back of that truck. Obviously, you can tell that wasn't a Ford truck. I don't know the story behind that one. J.H. Anderson. I can't tell you what that is. Some kind of compressed air, probably for breathing or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just looking at the pictures with you. Now, this was a Ford GT test car prototype. Notice the hitch on the back. Could you imagine seeing one of these on the road with a hitch on it? I don't think so. And this was the Ken Miles special edition, the anniversary edition right here to the right. It's just absolute sweet car. All right, so this is the Rapid Red Badlands that the Bronco Nation had on display. There was a couple different Broncos there, but this color here, I've said it before. I said it in the last video. I have an Area 51 on order, Badlands, and this Rapid Red is really working on me, and I don't have my VIN yet, which means, you know what that means? I could change it. But the Rapid Red is just sharp. I mean, it really is sharp. The Bronco Nation badge here. By the way, you can buy those on their store. Can't remember how much they cost, but we'll definitely be putting one on our grill. And I can just imagine, what's going to be available there again with different clubs, groups, events, and that badging is going to be pretty heavy. And the stickers as well. You see some of the older Broncos, the early Broncos, and even some of the late model. They have stickers from all over different events. As you can tell, this is non-Sasquatch, because for those of you who don't know, if on the Badlands, Sasquatch would be written right here, and there's actually a Sasquatch standing right down here. So that's how you can tell from a distance. Other way you can tell is obviously the height of the vehicle, the stance, and the tires. These are 33s. Sasquatch would be 35. But this was this Bronco showed very well. I mean, the lighting there was awesome. I think this is great. The Badlands badge is my favorite out of all of them. I know I'm biased. I had someone comment, "Well, that's what you ordered. Of course, but that's why I ordered it, right? I liked it. I liked how they brought the color of the badge into the interior for the accent and the stitching. I've said that plenty of times. I know. There's a very busy engine compartment. Just a great view of the headlight, great view of the front. Really shows what Ford has done with the design on this, and the Bilstein, I've heard it called, but Bilstein shock system. Man, this thing is awesome, isn't it? So the headlights, I'm certain the aftermarket's going to pick headlights up and do some awesome stuff there. That's a really cool badge, by the way. So this Bronco here, as you're watching this video, if you watch this video in the next, say here in June, you'll notice that this picture of this Bronco has been going around IG quite a bit. A few videos on YouTube. It's been making its rounds all over the country. So it's pretty awesome how they were, I think, in Georgia the day after we saw it here. So it gets around. There's a nice view of the top. Like I said, this is awesome. Now here's the different trim levels. We did a video with this board in the background, and Gavin talked us through the different trim levels, some of the features for the trim levels that had this display set up next to it. And there's a Ken Miles special edition Ford GT. Man, that thing is awesome. By the way, I had a chance to buy a Ford GT in 2000. It was a 2007. But this was in, I think, late 06. I actually bought a Shelby GT500, but I had a chance to buy one for new, by the way. It was about $138,000. And at the time, we just thought that was, crazy. But what's crazy now is they're selling for about $500,000. And, give or take, a little more, a little less, depends on the details. So the storage in this Bronco is, like I said, I like it. The four-door, you have plenty of room to carry your gear. You can see some of the aftermarket has set up compartments so that you can carry all of your gear for overlanding, for camping. And I say all of it, I mean quite a bit of it. Obviously, you have the roof to mount some of the stuff too, especially if you take a tent, a roof-mounted tent. But you do have the rack for the top that you can add different things to. And of course, everyone knows by now that's where the backup camera is located. That color is working on me. I will admit, and it really looks good. I like, and I did say this before, I like how the MIC top The texture is slightly different than early on, and also the color now matches the fender flares a lot better. There was a discrepancy before, you could see a difference, and that color now really, at least on this model, really looks good. I think that was a big deal that Ford was able to match that up. And the tops have been an issue anyway. Well, at least we don't have a color difference. So now it's a perfect match, at least on this Bronco it was. And so I would expect they're pretty standard. So you can see the color. Now, this looks a little darker from here, but I can assure you there's the lighting there without a camera looking at it. It was the exact same. And there's Gavin with a Mach 1 Mustang. And there's when we were filming the video. You can see that right here on our channel. By the way, like and subscribe to Bronco Wild Outdoors if you would. If you like the video, subscribe. Why? That lets other people see it. People that have the same interest as you. They like seeing everything Bronco, and that gets our channel out there. It expands a little bit, and we get more people looking at it. So I would be grateful if you would, and so would Gavin. If he was here, he'd say that. He'd say thank you very much. So we're going to roll right through these. There again, awesome color. That was a Mustang color years ago on the GTs called Cabernet. I think it was Cabernet Red. Obviously, it's not the exact same, but in my memory, it's close. It was always a sharp color. I really like that view. When you're sitting in this Bronco, you have the top off, you can see it all. And of course, this did have the 12-inch touchscreen. And there is a little bit. There's Area 51 Badlands Sport. That color, and man, it's just it changes. And when it's dirty and cloudy, it's completely different. And this was a Bronco built by Gateway Broncos. And I'll tell you something, I hadn't really checked out their products before, but this is a work of art. The detail in this Bronco was absolutely incredible. If you're interested in buying a Resto Mod Bronco, definitely check out their products. I mean, you get what you pay for. And this right here was a clean, very clean vehicle. I liked it. Just tell a lot of detail, a lot of thought went in this Bronco, and it looks real good. Smell the leather too. It was a really awesome, strong leather smell. I mean, not too strong, but it was just smelled like a saddle. It was great. It was really, really good. So has some accent lighting set in there. Coyote 5.0 in there, and that is a beast, by the way. So Carlisle 2021 was a great deal. Ford Nationals. And so you're just rolling right through some of these videos here, or some of the pictures. Some of these were videos, but we're not going to play them. And that's a blast from the past there. I'd love to know the history on this one. So Gavin kept calling this the family vacation car. I just said, hey, it's a country squire. Pretty awesome car. And there you go, the Shelby Mustang. Back to the Bronco. So we got a really good pictures of some early Broncos. I've had quite a bit of these on IG. You don't need to see that one, do you? Nope. I've had a lot of these on IG, and it's pretty cool. So, hey, we are going to stop sharing this. I'm out. Thank you for watching Bronco Wild Outdoors. Just some of the pictures from Carlisle that I wasn't able to post earlier, and just wanted to kind of, hey, put those out there and see what we saw. And so I'm let's see, a week and 2 days away from leaving to go to Horseshoe Bay for the off Bronco rodeo. I can't wait for that. Lots of pictures, videos. Think we're going to do some lives from there. I don't know how the internet service is at the base camp, but if we have it, we have means to it, then we're going to definitely get some done and go from there. But hey, I appreciate everybody watching today. Like I said, like and subscribe, share the videos, share with your friends, let them know where we are, what we're doing, what we're all about. We have some really cool projects, some good content coming up, creative things too. I think you might like it. We have a series about a garage right here, Bronco related content. Don't worry, we're not going off the rails there. And then another special project. And think about this. I was a builder for the TV show Extreme Makeover Home Edition. So imagine what we can do to a garage and to an old Bronco, early Bronco or late Bronco. And Gavin sneezes and says hi. He's right here. All right, everyone. See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.